What's up, guys? I am Sean LaFlock of Flock Fitness, and today I'm going to be showing you what 10 years of training progression looks like.
So I got what I deserved, you know.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Today I'm here with Mr. Elliot, aka the Bambino, 2.5 weeks old now, and I'm going to be breaking down two different videos side by side to each other. The first video takes place back in July of 2010, and the second video about a week ago in August of 2020. The workout itself is 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, double unders, paired up with 10 burpees after each round of double unders. Now, this is a Canadian regional workout from back in, I believe, 2009 or 2010, when the regionals were based upon the director of each region basically created the workouts for that region. And this was the Canadian West, which was directed by James Fitzgerald. So this is definitely a very James Fitzgerald workout. So I'm going to watch this along with you. I'm going to break it down and kind of give you the ins and outs and maybe some of the embarrassing moments here that I think are beneficial for you to know. So let's get started. Okay, so I didn't have much of a warm-up here. I kind of, on the left is the newer workout. Obviously, you can see that I had a lot less hair. On the right, you can see that I was a little more lean and definitely had some hair. So on the right, this is taking place back in 2010 in my hometown of Bedford, New York. This is at the elementary school. My brother Tyler and I would go hit some workouts over there. We'd push cars. We'd have some space to utilize our throwdowns. This is back when we were badass CrossFitters. So, right off the bat, you can see that on the left, my double unders are a lot faster. And there's a few reasons for that. One, you saw that I was pulling my knees into my chest on the double unders from the past, a lot less efficient there. Slower rope. I was using the Buddy Lee jump rope given to me by one of my friends. And on the left, I have an RPM scout rope, which is a very, very fast rope. So the double unders are definitely faster, but the burpees were slower than I did in the past 10 years ago. But with the more controlled burpees, this allows me to keep my heart rate better under control. So if I'm not sprinting through the burpees, I can go much faster on my double unders and be more consistent. And you can see that I already had a break on my double unders with a round of 40. So obviously efficiency and technique is very important here, but also pacing yourself is important as well. So you can see I'm very deliberate on the left here, and I pull ahead once again on these double unders. So on the right, going fast on the burpees, but tripping up and having frustration on the double unders, whereas on the left, you can see a very consistent speed from set to set. So, for those of you who like to sprint out the gate when it comes to your workouts, this right here is a great representation of how keeping a consistent pace, especially on the front half of the workout, will actually lead to a faster outcome. So, back to the double unders, and both of us are on the rope at the same time. So, as a matter of fact, I think past Sean is actually a little bit of ahead, but you can see at around 12 reps there, I start to trip up. This is my round of 30, whereas on the left, I don't think I've broken yet. That's 2 breaks on the right. So there's an additional probably 10 to 12 seconds right there. And all of a sudden I've taken the lead, looks like for about... and a freak out, by the way, about a 10 to 12 second lead on myself from the past. Now, the reason I was griping was because I was yelling at my younger brother for not keeping count. So not only was Tyler videotaping, timing, but I guess I was also supposed to make him keep count of my reps, which obviously wasn't very fair, and I was very angry and, for lack of a better term, piss and vinegar back in those days. So at this point, I'm back on the rope on the left, going after the 20 double unders, and I've extended my lead out to what looks like, after even a trip, 13 seconds or so. Now, even though I did trip, I was still able to get right back on the rope, even though over on the right, I haven't figured out how to recover off of double unders quite yet. And you can also see that the pace of my burpees is a lot slower at this point. Of course, I get my feet caught in my rope on the right. And again, I think it speaks to something a little bit deeper, even of I want to go fast. So you don't go fast by trying harder. you go fast by being smoother. And you can see how smooth I am on the left here. This 10 double unders is like nothing compared to what I was doing on the right, where there's just so much effort. At the end here, I think I kick up speed a little bit on these burpees. Just kind of like taking the pauses out just a little bit. On the right there, you can see I just started my last set of double unders. And again, like you look at this on paper and you're like, oh, wow, you should be a little bit more fit when you're 24 years old versus 34. But it's not about necessarily fitness, because that guy on the right was running 6-minute miles times 6 with 1 minute rest. The guy on the left probably hasn't run a mile for time in like 2 years and maybe can run 1 mile around 6 minutes. But the guy on the right was I think a lot more enduringly fit. It's just more technique, efficiency, movement capabilities, and experience in terms of pacing workouts. So I believe I beat myself by 30 seconds on that workout and you may be saying, okay, 30 seconds, is that all that much time? On a 4-minute workout, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. So if you think like an eighth of the time an eighth is like 18% faster, I believe, something like that. Don't quote me on it. I got the Bambino here. So that's a lot faster. And you see that it wasn't done by trying harder or being more fit. It's by technique, movement efficiency, and pacing. So for those of you who are wondering how I did that, obviously coaching. Coaching and practice are the two biggest ways that you're going to improve your times on your workouts and efficiencies on your workouts, because a coach is going to be able to break down and objectively look at the things that you need to improve upon so that you can actually spend your time working on things that are actually going to get you better rather than spinning your wheels. So the biggest step that I took was getting a coach, and then obviously practice and time. So this is 10 years of work, in a small workout here. Were there things that I was better at then? Absolutely. But in general, the time spent practicing, getting better at techniques, getting better mobility, believe it or not, just because like in those double unders that I was doing in the past, like I probably couldn't even jump with proper efficiency because my hip flexors were tight, my lats were tight, and that kind of stuff. Whereas now I'm a lot more efficient at jumping and staying in a good core position. You could just see that it just was more effortless in terms of my jumping abilities and that bounding ability. So if you guys, need help in your own journey, getting more efficient, improving your technique, please reach out. Flockfitness.com. You can reach me. My email is sean@flockfitness.com. We do individual coaching, personal training via Zoom. And we can get you squared away and on the path to a better, more efficient version of you. And it may not take all of 10 years. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and we will see you next time with another episode from Flock Fitness. Take care.